Melania leaves in middle of meeting with France's Liberal First Lady. Here's stunning reason why. First Lady Melania Trump was in Brussels, Belgium yesterday where she had a planned meeting set up with France's Liberal First Lady Brigitte Macron. The two met at the Magritte Museum while President Trump was giving a verbal lashing to members of NATO not far away. Melania quickly left after posing for a photo with Mrs. Macron only to return a short while later. Now we know the stunning reason she departed in the middle of her meeting with Macron when it was immediately seen what she did when she returned. Mrs. Macron recently filled the role as First Lady at the conclusion of a tumultuous political campaign in France that somewhat resembled the presidential campaign between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Thankfully, America ended up with Trump as our leader, but France got the male version of Hillary Clinton, who only plans to keep welcoming in more Muslims regardless of how many terror attacks take place in their country. Melania looked stunning when she arrived at the museum to meet with Brigitte, as she was wearing an ensemble appropriate for the occasion and location. The 47-year-old donned a leather skirt suit by Belgian designer Maison Allons and Menelo Blahnik snakeskin heels. Mail Online reports of Melania's elegant attire. She had just come from a visit to Children's Hospital, as one of her many trips to visit sick kids in literally every location where she touches down. She came straight from the hospital to join a group of NATO spouses on a tour the Magritte Museum in Brussels, where she left shortly before the others. The next stop on Melania's itinerary that day after the museum was to join the NATO spouses at the Royal Castle of Leuven where they had all planned to meet Belgium's Queen Mathilde. However, before arriving there and after leaving the museum, Melania made a quick detour before arriving at the castle where she perfectly upstaged Brigitte. Melania decided to make a quick change ahead of meeting the Queen and in doing so sent an incredible message with her appearance. While Brigitte, 64, and a few of the other women opted to leave on what they wore to the museum, Melania slipped on an off-the-shoulder, black lace gown and scrappy stiletto sandals before rejoining the rest of the group at the royal residence, the Daily Mail reports. Melania beamed her megawatt smile as she toured the luxurious grounds looking radiant and a picture of class and elegance. The same couldn't be said for some of her liberal counterparts who appeared grumpy-looking, as the Daily Mail described. Our First Lady wasn't done stunning here, as she reportedly changed once more before returning back to Sicily to attend an event with the president. It's of note to mention that the gorgeous black lace dress Melania donned around the ladies was designed by her proud supporters at Dolce & Gabbana. While countless designers refused to dress the First Lady, making public statements for attention about boycotting her, their brands don't get to grace this beautiful woman who stuns in absolutely everything she puts on. Part of what makes Melania so beautiful isn't just what she looks like on the outside, but who she is on the inside, which is just as beautiful. Earlier in her jam-packed day in Brussels, she made time to stop in and visit with the children at Queen Fabiola Children's Hospital. She put all of her attention on them, coloring with the kids, doing arts and crafts, and talking to each one individually on a personal basis. The 47-year-old was all smiles as she took selfies with the children while presenting them with several gifts, including Dr. Seuss books and souvenirs from the White House. Melania was presented a bouquet of paper flowers during her visit, and she happily gave one to each child before posing for photos with them. For the visit, Melania was the picture of elegance in a leather suit, but her outfit didn't stop her from joining the children in an arts and craft project. Melania was photographed sitting down with the patients to make paper flowers together, and she carefully constructed a red flower for herself using tissue paper and a wooden skewer. The First Lady was completely focused on the children, and she was photographed squatting down and putting her arm around their backs as she spoke to them. This was a choice that was all hers to do and an incredible habit she has, as she's been to a hospital in every single location she's been to recently. That alone proves how important this compassionate work is to her and not just a photo op as she's been accused of. Michelle Obama went on rare occasion to children's hospitals when she was First Lady, and it most certainly was a photo op for her since she almost seemed pained to be there. On the contrary, Melania makes it a priority and literally blesses these kids with her presence as she prays for them. While it wasn't intentional to upstage anyone, Melania does that naturally with the beauty she exudes, which is certainly far more than skin deep.